So, for that other DAZN card we were talking about, here we are. Jaime Munguia against Sergiy Derevyanchenko. I'm not even going to stress the pronunciation because that is
Bodied it.
a lot. Yeah, I guess. Close enough. But this is a really exciting fight to look forward to, headlining a DAZN card. But before we get into that, we are all takes, no whiffs. I'm Christian. That's Alex. And yeah, Jaime Munguia versus Derevyanchenko. This is a really solid scrap right here. By far, Munguia's biggest fight up to this point. And
Even though
even
he's
then,
got 41.
yeah, and even then, it's Derevyanchenko's kind of past his best, but he's still a dog. So I think this is going to be an interesting matchup.
Well, it's going to be a really, really good matchup. This is going to be a step-up fight for Munguia. Derevyanchenko, he has been in the ring with some really good names. Daniel Jacobs, Triple G, Carlos Adames, and the last one, Jamal Charlo. That's who it was. Pretty sure he took the L on all of them. Triple G, controversial. I don't really know too much about that. Don't know. But Adames one, I actually think he won that one. But dude's been in the ring with some really good fighters, unlike Munguia. And he's only had 18 professional fights. He's got a way better resume than him already. But Munguia is a very, very good boxer still. He's got really good power and it's just relentless when he's attacking you. So it's going to be a really interesting stylistically because Derevyanchenko, he's a very good technical boxer. His nickname is the Technician, so that says anything.
Yeah, he's very good technically, but I think he's also very good technically while moving forward. And these are going to be two fighters that are going to be moving forward, pressing the action on each other. So I think stylistically, really exciting fight to look forward to. Obviously, a lot of people in the boxing world have had criticism of Munguia and how Golden Boy Promotions have been handling his career path because honestly, it's been a cakewalk for him up to this point. The only most relevant name up to this point was
Gabe Rosado.
yeah, Gabe Rosado, and obviously Gabe Rosado, we've seen him go through hell in his career, and by the time Munguia fought him, he was already arguably washed. So this being his first major fight, 41 fights in, I'm not criticizing, but
He is a world champion, a former world champion too.
Yeah, and it's just finally, I guess that's the best thing I could say. Credit to Munguia for getting this fight, and with the styles in mind, I don't know. I think this is I don't want to say fight of the year. I think that's out of pocket.
It's got potential though.
It's got potential to be a banger for sure. And then whenever there's a banger, those can always end up being fight of the year candidates.
Oh yeah, I honestly wouldn't be really surprised if it ends up like that. I mean, these guys are going to be going back and forth. I feel like the whole fight once they kind of figure each other out, maybe after a round or so. I highly doubt that because I think Munguia is probably going to just come out guns blazing and everything. But I mean, I'm really, 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 really looking forward to this fight because I just want to see Munguia finally fight someone who's respectable and can maybe actually beat him. I don't think there's been a guy who really gone in the ring with him who's arguably better than him. So it'd be really nice to see how this goes. So how do you think that this fight is going to end up going, Christian?
Honestly, with youth being on Mungia's side and me not knowing what state Derevyanchenko is in right now, if he's got some fresh legs like Loma did against Devin Haney, I think this could be a lot more interesting. But going off of what I know right now, I'm gonna have to go for Munguia by a decision. I think Derevyanchenko is solid enough that he's gonna stay until the final bell, but I do think with youth and activity being the main things in Mungia's favor, I just think that's what's going to decide it.
Yeah, I think I honestly agree with you on that. I didn't know how you were going to go with this fight, to be honest. I didn't know if you think Munguia would knock him out or at all, but I agree with you on that. I think this fight's going to go all 12 rounds or 10 rounds, however long it is. And like you said, Derevyanchenko, I mean, he's just a dog. I mean, I don't really see him getting put out, so I see this going the distance, and I see Munguia getting a nice decision, and I honestly probably think it's going to be pretty close.
Yeah, I would have to agree that it is going to be relatively close because Derevyanchenko is definitely going to be bringing it, even though I think Munguia is going to out activity him, if you want to put it like that. So, yeah, it's probably going to be like a margin of like 2 to 3 rounds, in my opinion. So, it's close but decisive for sure for Munguia. That's how I see this.
Yeah, should be a really good fight overall. The undercard should be pretty decent. Not really too notable names on this one. Probably the least exciting card out of all the 4 ones we're previewing for this week, but should be a great main event that should trump all of those. So really looking forward to that. Looking forward to the recap. But until then, peace.
Peace.